My name is David Mathis, executive editor and senior teacher at Desiring God. My wife is Megan, and we have 4 children and live in St. Paul, Minnesota. When I was in high school, baseball was too close to being my life. I remember seeing t-shirts that said, "Baseball is life. The rest is just details." And I resonated with that too much. I was a catcher at a big high school. When you're celebrated for your success, you want to have that place and enjoy that success and enjoy being appreciated by teammates, by fans. To hit a home run, hit it over the fence, and get to trot it around the bases and have your teammates greet you at home plate, it feels great in the moment. I did want to play in college. That was kind of the dream, was to play beyond the high school level. But a significant disappointment as a senior in high school was I didn't hit as well as my junior year. I was feeling the dissatisfaction. I had a taste of how good it could be to do well and have those momentary moments of satisfaction doing well at the game. And I still experienced some of that on occasion, but I began to realize how fleeting that was. And by the end of my senior year, I realized this is a young man's game. I think it's passing me by, and it's time to move on. When I went off to college, I encountered the book, Desiring God, for the first time. And I had to read it over and over again to get the concepts down and understand what was going on. But in that book, I was introduced to thinking about God himself as a delight, as the one whom my heart was made to desire and enjoy, that God himself and his son Jesus would be a treasure, that I might be satisfied in him. I think my categories had been God is right, he's true, and I seek satisfaction in these other things. I had never thought of the category of God himself is the desirable one. He's the satisfying one. So I came into these truths in a community of Christian college students on the college campus. And so within a few years, I was leading some Bible studies of younger students. I found that so enjoyable. I began to love to study the Bible like it had not been the case previously. The Bible was a book of truths, and it became a treasure chest of joys for me that I wanted to go to every day. And I found that the joys were even better when I shared them with others. So I came to Minneapolis with a team. We came up here to start a campus ministry at the University of Minnesota. And so I was studying part-time at the church as an apprentice and then doing some campus ministry on a volunteer basis. My first job at Desiring God was answering the phones. And then I began in the beginning of 2006, traveling with John, serving as his executive assistant. But athletics and sports had a very low profile in my life, and that was okay for a season. There was some healing and recovery happening there. But in having sons for myself in 2010, then some new possibilities began to be opened up in terms of how might we redeem athletics? And I'm still working on it here 15 years in. What does it mean to redeem an earthly game with its goodness and value, to redeem that as a medium for relationship? I have no big baseball dreams for my sons. I have big Christian dreams for my sons. I want them to know and enjoy Jesus. And if my influence can be a part of that, and baseball can be one of the mediums where I get to impart my soul, my heart, my fatherly love for my sons, then I'm eager to redeem baseball for that part of it. What I experienced in college in coming to know Jesus and enjoy him, it was a total heart renovation. We talk about being a Copernican revolution, just to turn the world upside down, to move me from the center and put God in the center and change the whole perspective. You can enjoy baseball. You can do an occupation that you enjoy, a pastime that you enjoy. You can enjoy a good meal. And yet, to do that in the right import, to do it in the right place, so that God, the most important reality in the universe, is not ignored to try to get some good out of his gift for some brief season, but rather the fullness of the gift is enjoyed in light of God himself being at the center, being the supreme joy. being the sovereign joy, the greatest joy, that Jesus would be, as Paul talked about in Philippians 3, that Jesus would be the surpassing value. When he is, it unlocks the full joy and full potential of games like baseball, seen in their proper perspective, and other aspects of God's goodness that just litter our lives, even in a fallen world. The reason why I work at Desiring God, I love sharing that with others. That can be in word, it could be on the phone, it can be in an email, it can be in a pulpit, it can be in an article, it can be through editing. But as a word guy, and as a guy who delights in God and wants others to share in that, I love being able to do that through words.